Huh? What? No. No! No!
Hey, Sonic! Sonic, what's wrong? What happened to you? Dear Mr. Sonic the Hedgehog, we regret to inform you that due to your unwillingness to show up to school in 10 years, you will be forced to attend a basic trigonometry class to compensate. Sincerely, Professor Robin Talk? Is that what you're so upset about?
You don't understand, buddy. Saving the planet? Sure. Smashing a giant robot to pieces? Any day. But math? No. That's your department. I don't do math, Tails.
Come on. It won't be that bad.
Nope, not going. No way.
What if I went with you? So you know, you'll have someone there that you know?
Nuh-uh. Nope, no way.
Oh, it says on the back that they're serving free chili dogs to people who show up.
You know what? I've changed my mind. Maybe you're right, Tails. A little math might be good for me.
Man, how does he fall for that every time?
You sure this is the place?
This is the address that it says on the letter.
It looks pretty unusual for a school building.
Yeah, you're right. Robin Talk, Rabata, Rata. Sonic! This is a trap from Dr.
Ah!
Huh? Let me go. Get away.
Tails! Tails! Hey, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. But where are we?
Ah, Sonic, it appears you've fallen right into my trap.
Eggman.
And now that I've finally got you right where I want you, welcome to Dr. Eggman's amazing math experience.
What?
That's right, Sonic. You have the great honor of being taught by a genius.
Why exactly are you teaching us?
It all happened yesterday.
So I'm thinking, if Sonic and I are gonna raise a family together, he needs a good job. And if he's gonna get a good job, he needs a good education. Sonic may be dreamy, but he is not exactly smart when it comes to academics. You know what I mean?
How did we get into this conversation again?
Hey, you're smart. Why don't you teach him?
What, me? Teach Sonic? Why would I teach my worst enemy?
Oh, please. Just some basic stuff.
Why can't Tails do it? He's smart.
Sonic won't let himself be taught willingly. Somebody needs to make him learn.
There's no way I'd teach that blue rat anything. No way, no how.
Get some knowledge through his skull or I'll crack yours like the egg you are.
And here we are now. So without further ado, let's begin the lesson.
Come on, Sonic. We're stuck here. So at least we gotta try to learn something.
Fine, I guess.
I've even captured some other classmates to make you feel more comfortable.
Knuckles?
I don't want to talk about it.
Now then, let's get started. She didn't specify which chapter to teach, so let's start, chapter 3, I guess. So, lesson 1. Find the coordinates of the vertex for the parabola defined by the quadratic function. F of x equals minus 3 times x minus 2 squared plus 12. Ha! You're lucky you're being taught under such genius. This is nothing for someone like me.
Yeah, okay. Just do the problem, Eggman.
Alright, fine. First we need to look at the standard form of a quadratic function in order to understand the one given to us. F of x equals a times x minus h squared plus k. As you can see from comparing the two, a equals 3, h equals 2, and k equals 12. So, first we need to determine how the parabola will open.
And a parabola is?
A parabola is the graph of a quadratic function. It looks like this thing. So to determine how it opens, we need to look at A, or in this case, 3. 3 is negative, which automatically means the parabola opens downward. Next, we need to find the vertex. The vertex is the coordinate points H, K. So the vertex would be 2, 12. To find the x-intercept, we replace the f of x with 0 and solve from there. The equation would look like this. Add both sides by -3 times x minus 2 squared to get this. Divide by 3. X minus 2 squared equals 4. Square root x minus 2 equals the square root of 4. The square root of 4 is 2. X minus 2 equals 2. Add 2. X equals 4. And there's your x-intercept. To find the y-intercept, just solve it after replacing f of x with f of 0.
Did somebody say F0?
Anyway, the problem will look like this. F of 0 equals -3 times 0 minus 2 squared plus 12. As you can see, we have replaced every occurrence of x with a 0. Now remove the zeros because they are useless, just like friendship and love. -3 times -2 squared plus 12. -2 squared is 4. -3 times 4 plus 12. -3 times 4 is -12. -12 plus 12 equals 0. And now you're left with a 0. So the answer to the question is 4, 0. Let's begin the next problem. Give the domain and the range of the quadratic function whose graph is described. So the vertex is -1, -2, and the parabola opens up. At least this one's quick. Using a sketch of the graph shows that the domain contains all real numbers, so the domain would look like this. Since the vertex is at the -2 y point, and the range contains that and everything above it, the range would look like this. The bracket meaning -2 is included, and that's that. Now we're on to division. In this problem, we'll divide using long division, and then state the quotient and the remainder. We're dividing x squared plus 8x plus 15 divided by x plus 5. So it would look like this. Divide x squared by x and align like terms. Then multiply each term in the divisor by x and subtract it from what it is aligned to. Bring down the 15, then divide 3x by x to get the second part of the answer. Now multiply the divisor by 3 and subtract once again. The final answer will be q of x equals x plus 3 with a remainder of 0. Okay, we're nearly halfway there. Next lesson. Use the rational zero theorem to list all possible rational zeros for the given function. F of x equals x cubed plus x squared minus 4x minus 4. The constant term is minus 4. Its factors are plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, and plus or minus 4. The leading coefficient is 1. Its factors are plus or minus 1. Now we divide the factors of the constant term by the factors of the leading coefficient, so it would look like this, making the 6 possible rational zeros plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, and plus or minus 4. For this next problem, we need to list the possible rational zeros and then use synthetic division to find the actual zeros. F of x equals x cubed plus x squared minus 4x minus 4. Oh look! The problem has the same constant and leading coefficient from the last one. We can just use the same possible rational zeros. Now we use synthetic division to make it look as if we were dividing all of the coefficients by each of the possible rational zeros. 1 is not an actual zero because it has a remainder. 2 is an actual zero. 4 is not. -1 is. -2 is as well. And -4 is not. So our actual zeros are 2, -1, and -2. We're getting there. Okay, next lesson. Thank you. Now, find the domain of the rational function. f of x equals 5x divided by x minus 4. If x were to equal 4, the denominator would equal 0. Since this is not possible, x cannot equal 4, so the answer would be written in one of these two ways. Next, find the vertical asymptotes, if any, of the graph of the rational function. f of x equals x divided by x plus 4. The vertical asymptote would simply be -4, as the common factor of x equals -4 is 0. As for the horizontal asymptote, with the equation f of x equals 12x divided by 3x squared plus 1, since the degree of the numerator, which is 1, is less than the degree of the denominator, which is 2, the horizontal asymptote would be 0. And finally, on to the last lesson. Use the 4-step procedure for solving variation problems to solve the exercise. Y varies directly as x. Y equals 65 when x equals 5. Find y when x equals 12. Using the sample equation y equals kx, we can replace it with our problem to make it look like this. 65 equals k times 5. Divide both sides by 5 to find that k equals 15. Then use this answer to replace k in the question we're trying to solve. Y equals 15 times 12, and this means that y equals 180. Now we'll solve when y varies inversely as x. Y equals 12 when x equals 5. Find y when x equals 2. This time we use our numbers to replace the sample equation y equals k divided by x, so it will look like this. Multiply both sides by 5 to find that k equals 60. Then replace k in the question we're trying to solve, like so. Then divide 60 by 2 to find that y equals 30. Ugh, thank goodness that's over.
Speaking of being exhausted...
Sonic, were you asleep the entire time?
No, say the first thing again?
Grrrr!